Episode 178. Welcome everyone, wherever you are in this world. I'm so happy you decided to tune into my podcast. When you see it happen, it will be easier to make it happen. This is how I ended yesterday's episode. And today, I want to get hands-on with actions that you can take will help you see clearer. If you listened for a while to my episodes, then you know I like concrete steps. I've always been a fan of action. Concepts and theories are good, but I need to see what it is that I can do to translate them. I think one of the reasons we designate our dreams as unrealistic is that we don't take enough time to play them out in our mind. This requires thinking, and we don't take much time for thinking anymore. These days, we prefer to turn the mind off and set it on cruise control. Thinking is work, and our brains are overtaxed as it is with all the stimulation it receives every day. So who still wants to think? Seeing it happen requires time to think. It means you need to set some time aside to focus on what's most important to you. I notice that I'm always way more focused on the next few hours and maybe tomorrow. I have 2 calendars, I have lists of things to do for the upcoming days, but I rarely take time to see beyond. I recognize this is hard for those fuzzy, long-term goals that are still many days and months away, sometimes years. So it's even more important that we do take the time to bring them to our mind every so often so we don't lose them out of sight. My hope is that at the end of this episode, the results of your goals are more obvious to you. And if they are not, then at least you know what you can do about it. My goal with every episode is that you can take some form of deliberate action. It's only through action that we can move closer to the person we want to become. Changes will not fall out of the sky. We have to make them happen. I hear people often say that they want to make changes. They write them into their New Year's resolutions, but then they never do much about them. My meetup that I told you about is a perfect example. I have over 200 members, but I only meet between 1 and 3 new people each time we meet, which is only once a month. The rest of the group are people that come every time. We always say we want to do it. We sign up, we enroll, we sometimes even pay, but we consistently fail to actually show up. And when we don't show up, there's no action. And without action, there's no change. This may sound a little preachy to you, but it comes from my heart. It is my mission with Quest for You to get you to see how important action really is. That is why I come to you 5 days a week. So you hear a consistent message over many days, and maybe eventually it will begin to nudge you and push you forward. So before I start, I have something for you that you can take immediate action on. It's a workshop that my friend Kurt is holding here in Oakland on March 24th, which is not too far away. It's titled Wake Up, Workshop for Life Explorers to Live with Purpose and Passion. I know many of you are listening from California, so Oakland may just be a drive for you. Consider this workshop maybe as a door that is opening now that you're hearing about it. These things sometimes come our way just at the right time. If you're searching for the next step to take, if you have questions on your mind that beg for clarity, if you're ready to move forward with your quest for you, but you need some guidance, then this workshop may call your name. One Saturday, a few hours out of your weekend that could make a difference for the rest of your life. It's easy to say no and rather run errands, go shopping, or eat the same old you do every Saturday. But what about taking a little plunge into something less predictable as your favorite restaurant or mall? Something that could actually change your life. Because as you take one step in the right direction, a few more will open up right after it. I urge you, consider it. And you can always reach out to me if you have questions. I'm actually trying to get this workshop added to my website, questforyou.com. But if you don't see it, just follow the link in the show notes for this episode, or you can look up my meetup, which is called Quest for You here in Oakland, California. So let's begin by emphasizing a few points from yesterday's episode. See it happen. See your goals in your mind, not just the small steps you're taking, but see the big outcomes. The degree you're studying for, the car you dream of driving, the business that you hope to start one day. See the details of those outcomes. Place yourself into the story. When I was a teenager, I saw myself driving across the Golden Gate Bridge. Smell the new car. See the degree hanging in your fancy corner office. Imagine the details of your business. Begin to adopt a detailed mental picture of what success will look like. And don't be afraid to dream big. There are no limitations to your mind, only the ones that you put on yourself. If you can see it happen, then you can also make it happen. Believe it's possible and make it familiar and welcome to you. So today I have a few ideas on how you can acquaint yourself with your own successful goal. And maybe you even came up with something yesterday at the end of the episode that is a goal that maybe you don't see to completion because you don't think you can make it. And I recommend you do this for anything that you have a hard time seeing. If you're already working actively towards your goal, then you're on the right track. But if you're in a tough spot at the moment, maybe you're ill and don't see how you'll get better, or you're in financial difficulties and that nice new car seems unrealistic, then it is more than important that you begin to envision success. Remember from yesterday, don't focus on what you don't want. You have to see it in order to achieve it. So 1, write down your completed goals with gratitude. We talked about the importance of being thankful for the completion of your goal yesterday. So list what you have now that you're grateful for. Maybe you have a job that pays your bills, or you have a supporting family or good health insurance. Always first focus on what you do already have. That will always be your starting point. And then write down what you desire as already complete. This can be hard because it may feel fake. But remember, you're doing it for yourself. You need to be clear about where you're heading. This helps you get through the obstacles, no matter how challenging they may seem at the moment. I'm grateful that I have a harmonious and loving relationship with my partner. I'm glad that I have a job that allows me to have a nice car and a great apartment downtown. When you see the end result of what you want, I promise you, you will get more clarity on the steps that get you there. 2, we touched on this yesterday. Align your words with your actions. Live your written words. Yes, the goal may seem far away, but begin believing the positive outcome by thinking the right thoughts and speaking the proper words. When people want to sympathize with your bad situation, turn it around and proclaim that things are temporary, or even that they are good this way so you can learn. Speaking and thinking the right things programs your brain for success. New beliefs take hold of you. Instead of waking up every day and bemoaning your problems, you begin to see opportunity. And this stimulates your intuition and subconscious to show up throughout the day to help you notice possibilities, to take steps that are in line with the goals that you desire. Recall the workshop I just spoke about? Little opportunities like these will come into your line of sight more and more. Have courage to take action as directed by your intuition, even when it doesn't make rational sense. You may realize your goals sooner than expected with less work required by you. And lastly, seek inspiration from others. We often think we are the only ones that are stuck in certain dilemmas. But when you venture out and start reading about the great thinkers and doers of our time, you'll almost always find that they overcame huge obstacles. In fact, I think that is what often catapults people into success. Working through challenges means drawing on your hidden inner strengths. It makes you more resourceful. Learning from difficult times often paves the way to new insight. Some of the greatest business ideas have come out of limitations and challenges. So it is important you seek out people who have overcome similar issues as you. Read their biographies, listen to their interviews on other podcasts, watch their TED Talks, look for groups that you can join. Make an effort to learn more about other people who have achieved the kind of success you desire. This further helps you see the possibilities that you might not be seeing with your limited vision at the moment. Every time I speak with a friend about aspects of my podcast that have me stuck, I always walk away with new ideas. We often underestimate the power of other people, like-minded people. Don't think you're alone. Seek company, the right company. Not people that sit together with you to cry over your problems, but people who can show you what success looks like. Success is not a secret, nor is it something reserved for the lucky out there. It's for everyone who puts forth some effort. Remember learning to read or ride a bike or drive a car? What did you do? Most likely, you followed the 3 steps I outlined without even knowing it. You imagined your goal coming to fruition. You made plans of the places where you will go, while slowly taking steps to learn the new task. You didn't just talk about wanting to drive. You actually got behind the wheel and learned. And most likely with some help from others. And just like that, you can achieve whatever you desire in life. Even the big and seemingly crazy dreams we often have. So stop focusing on the problem, the impossibility, and the irrationality of your objectives, and the things that hold you back. Just make a commitment to it. Make it a priority over the same old to-dos and minor daily tasks that don't get you anywhere new. Take a small chance here and there, and you will be amazed by how much you can make happen. And I hope I get to know some of you in person, maybe at the workshop. Much love. Until next time.